and welcome to a monthly favourites video, which feels very strange because it feels like I just filmed my last favourites video, but we're already at the end of June, which is wild, and this month I don't really have that many favourites. There's very few, so without kind of dilly-dallying about it, let's just dive straight into my favourites, and we're going to start with books! First is Choose Wonder Over Worry by Amber. It's a self-help book, and if you know me, I have loved self-help books all of my life. But this book was wonderful. Like, I picked it up off at the library randomly. I had never heard anything about it, and it turned out to be one of my favourite self-help book read ever. So this book talks about how to change from like a worry mindset into seeing the wonder in the world, and it is filled with all of these journal prompts, which I highly encourage you to do if you read the book, because it really helps you in your growth and changing you for like the better, to become a better person. It's a beautiful book, and it made me feel really good, and it's one that I would totally reread because I feel like there's so much invaluable information in this that I need to keep reading it for my brain to like retain it. And then the next book I have is An Ember in the Ashes by Sabaa Tahir. Not only the hardcover book, but also a mention to the audiobook. The audiobook was great. Like, each chapter bounces between two characters. The audiobook was voiced by two different people, and it was just like, it really put me into the world of the book, and it helped when I wasn't feeling that great and like was feeling really tired and couldn't bring myself to read, sort of thing. I could just listen to it. So the book essentially is about kind of like a rebellion, and it starts with this girl Leia, but when Leia's brother is arrested for treason, Leia is forced to make a decision. In exchange for her help from the rebels who promise to rescue her brother, she will risk her life to spy for them from within the Empire's greatest military academy. I ended up reading the second book already in the series. It's 4 books, the 4th one is yet to come out, and would really recommend it. Then my next favourite is something you can watch, and that's Handmaid's Tale. They released 3 episodes in one go when it first came back, and I binge watched them that night. I wasn't going to watch them all, but damn, it's a good show. It is really like heartbreaking and makes me so emotional. I swear I cry in every episode. I'll leave the link to the trailer down below, but season 3 is back, and it's heartbreaking and beautiful, and I just can't get enough of it. The next category is things. Firstly, I want to give a shout out to Pokemon Go and Wizards Unite, which is like the Harry Potter version of Pokemon Go. Last week, I think it was, we watched the Pokemon movie, and it was really funny, and then I re-downloaded Pokemon on Luke's phone because I just wanted to see what was happening, and it turns out lots of people are still playing that game. So I re-downloaded it on my phone, and it's been really fun and has kind of encouraged me, because this month hasn't been the best, but I've been trying to get back into moving my body and exercising. And Pokemon Go has actually encouraged me to walk, because you gotta walk to get things, and it's just really fun. And then the other night I downloaded Wizards Unite, and oh my god, it's Harry Potter Pokemon Go, and it's amazing. So Luke and I went for a walk today, and he played Pokemon Go and I played Harry Potter, and it's just so much fun. And basically with the Harry Potter game, it's set in a time after, like, they call it the Calamity, and lots of things are around the world, and you have to collect them to like maintain the statute of secrecy. So you are basically like a ministry worker, and it's just really cool, and I'm really enjoying it so far. My next favourite for things is therapy, which I know seems pretty random, but I go to therapy weekly. I find it really incredibly valuable to invest that time and money into myself, and it is cool because this past month, even though it's been a difficult month, I feel like I've made progress, and I'm starting to see the progress that I've been working on for like 2 years, because I've been seeing my therapist for 2 years now, which is insane, but really valuable. And then something I learnt through therapy this month, and something I've been trying to incorporate into my life, is being gentler and kinder with myself, especially when it comes to things like YouTube and my hobbies. I'm very hard on myself, and like last week I only uploaded one video, and I had planned other videos that I was meant to film, but because I wasn't feeling the best, I didn't end up doing it. And usually that would send me into quite a rut, and I would just stop YouTube and be like, I'm a failure. But I've been trying to listen to myself more and realize, like, yes, I've planned to do this tonight, but right now I'm feeling exhausted and I need to honor myself and look after myself in order to get better. So that's a cool thing that is one of my favorites. I know it's a bit random, but it's on the list. And then I have 2 people you can follow on Instagram, Morgan Harper Nichols, and she basically creates these beautiful quotes and she shares them on her Instagram, and they're always incredibly inspiring and beautiful and help me, like, lift me out of funks or gentle reminders for me to take care of myself. So if you need a bit of positivity to your feed, I'd highly recommend her. And then the second person to follow on Instagram is Homebody Club. Homebody Club is a blog, a website. I think it's a book club and a weekly newsletter as well. And it is a space for modern mindfulness and well-being to encourage self-reflection and inspired action. All of her posts are I always find them very relevant and encouraging. It's just a dose of goodness in your feed that does, like her description says, inspire you to kind of grow and take action and reflect, which I think is really cool and a nice thing to add to your Instagram feed rather than it being filled with things that make you feel negative. So this past year, I've been trying to curate my feed to one that is more beneficial to me and helpful for my mental health and that stuff. So yeah, very small list of favorites this month, but it's just been one of those months. And I can't believe July is next week, which is insane because then we'll be over half of the year gone. Wild. If you guys have any favorites or book recommendations, please do let me know down below. I love to hear it. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!